Hey guys, it's Danielle. It is November 5th, 2014, and this is going to be my week 36 pregnancy update, along with my week 94 post-op, no, 36, 98, so, oh my god, week 98 post-op LapBand update, getting close to the 2-year mark, guys. As far as LapBand goes, I think I was up another 3 pounds this week officially, on my scale at home. So it is what it is. I'm not surprised. The week after Thanksgiving, weekend after Thanksgiving, kid and I ate whatever we want and we went crazy. So it is what it is. I'm accepting the fact. This week, the baby is huge. It says the baby is the size of a crenshaw melon. I don't know what that is. 18.5 inches long, weighs about 5.75 pounds. And we will jump right into it. There is a lot of stuff to cover this week, guys. First of all, happy Thanksgiving to everybody who celebrated it. I hope everybody had a great time. My Thanksgiving was good. I didn't get to go home for my family, so that's just really a tough spot for me. So I made the best out of it, though, and it was fun. I feel kind of out of the loop in general, like just with my LapBand friends and everything in life because of school, finals week coming up. I'm working a lot still in this pregnancy. I'm just like, I don't know, maybe I'm really afraid of losing myself and becoming a mother. So I'm not quite sure how I'm going to work being a mother and a LapBand patient and a good friend all into one thing. Going back to my weight, I really do have no self-control to myself. I'm my hardest person to tell me no to myself. So yeah, I've had Keith hide all the sweets in the house. They're just not accessible for me anymore. This weekend, probably see the girls really well. This weekend, Keith and I went to our childbirth class, 2-day event. Learned about breastfeeding and more hospital aspects of the childbirth process. The stages of labor, dilation, all that. I'm still terrified of ripping and tearing down there. I would like there to still be 2 holes when I am done. But yeah, I feel very prepared for once baby is here and we're in the hospital with that class. Monday this week. Had my 36-week visit with my doctor. We did the Group B test. Came back negative. So I'm also on weekly visits now with them. I figured since my doctor was there and she figured since she was down there, we went ahead and did a check. She said cervix is closed, but it's soft, so that is a good thing. Yeah, we went over my birth plan and figured it out and everything good. 1 week of school, 1 week of work left, so I'm so excited. Last night we went to our Coping with Confidence class. I can't say like that. God, I'm so out of breath with this baby, but I have a lot to say, so I'm trying to make it short for you guys. We went to Coping with Confidence, and then we spent 4 hours in labor delivery triage. The confidence class started at 6 p.m. Keith and I were going to try to get to the hospital around 5 because I had to pick up a note from my clinic for my work, giving me like official approval for working shorter hours. Whatever. So I did not get to pick up my note. Keith and I, on our way around 4:15, we were T-boned. And it wasn't like smash T-bone. It was the lady hit the front of the car and scraped all on the passenger side, which is where I was sitting. I was in a reclined position. No real damage to the car besides dents and scratches. The car runs fine. Everything's fine. But, I mean, it was very nerve-wracking just in general. And all that stress and being as pregnant as I was. We had officers come out to the scene, got her information, changed our information. They asked if I wanted a rig to come out to check me out, and I said no because they don't carry fetal monitors on ambulances usually. So I told them no, I'll be fine. I'm going to the hospital anyways. I'll just get checked out there if I feel like I need to. So I decided to give it the 2 hours we were in class. to feel the baby more. Throughout that class time, Keith and I both progressively got sore. Our backs are sore. We have headaches. My hips are really sore. You know, I was in a motor vehicle accident. So that is what it is. I'll be going into my chiropractor soon to get that readjusted. Hopefully help with the headaches as well. But during the 2-hour class, I did not feel the baby move as much as I wanted. Well, okay, quick. Monday also I got on the, I'll talk about Monday visit in a second. Finish this story. So they put me on the monitors. Actually, Keith and I went down to the ER first. I wanted to get him checked out, and then we'd go check out me. I assumed I'd go to L&D, but I just wanted to check in the ER first to make sure. They said they wanted to take care of me first and get me up to L&D because I am 36 weeks. L&D came down, took me upstairs, had me change, get into the gown, and we got the monitors on me. The lady asked if I had any contraction. I said, well, you know, I've had a few cramps. I don't know if they were Braxton Hicks or whatnot, but there were some stronger ones, and I only had like 1 or 2 in 2 hours, so I wasn't too worried about it. Put me on the monitor. Within 5 minutes, saw I had a contraction. I did not feel it. I thought I had gas pain, so we will see. So the doctor, the L&D doctor, he decided to keep me on the monitors for 4 hours. Keith came up to L&D after about 20 minutes in the ER for him. So we hung out in labor and delivery triage for 4 hours. I was contracting for those 4 hours. I only felt like 3 or 4, like officially felt them. So there's nothing, they're not bad yet. But at midnight the doctor came in and they said if everything was looking good at midnight, that they would let us go. Well, come closer to midnight, I was contracting still. At one point they were 2 to 3 minutes apart, but I was not feeling them. So I had no idea. The doctor said, let's give her another 10 more minutes. So I went to the bathroom, sat up because I was up because I'd taken a little nap. So Keith and I were just sitting there relaxing. I crossed my legs, caused me to have a contraction. I was like, shit. So Keith and I were sitting there relaxing. About another 8-10 minutes later, I had another contraction. I was like, no, I don't want to be admitted. Keith and I were hungry. We were ready. We already got in our mind that we were going to go to a 24-hour diner and eat food. Doctor comes in about 20 minutes after being on the monitor again. And he's like, well, they've slowed down. He's like, they slowed down. We will go ahead and let you go home. He's like, but if you have any spotting, any bleeding, any leakage, discharge, waters break, come back immediately. So I said I would. And they also did a blood test to make sure I didn't have a placental abruption, which is whenever your placenta detaches before its time. Got those results back today. That was negative. So physically, nothing is wrong with the baby and me. My uterus is tender. It feels like I've done a million crunches. That was also concerning to the doctor, but you know, it wasn't a little collision, so he wasn't. It was concerning, but he understood what, you know, it was an accident thing, so he let me go. So yeah, I've had like 2 contractions today that I can feel. But yeah, I guess we will see. The nurse did tell me though, if I did go into labor from this point on out, they will not stop my labor. They will let me labor and deliver my baby. Chances of it having to go to NICU, she said, are very slim for me. But there's a possibility because it would still be a preemie baby. Whatever. So I guess any day. Whenever I left, the nurse said, she's like, I don't expect to see you again for another month though. So she's not really planning on me coming back until it's time. I'm not planning on going back till it's time. I know Keith doesn't want to go back till it's time because whenever you're in triage, they don't have anything for the spouse except office chairs to sit in. And God love him, he slept on the floor because, you know, he had to go to work. It was an interesting night, stressful night. Keith and I are both extremely tired today. Monday's doctor's visit. Man, it was weird. Got in there, my blood pressure was up. So she took it twice. said, you know what, we'll give you a few minutes to lay down because we're doing your group B, so you're going to be laying down anyways. So we'll lay down and do your blood pressure again. Took all my vitals. So in the 2 weeks before, so at 34 weeks when I went there to the 36 weeks, I had gained 8 pounds. Yes, I'm an overachiever. I gained 8 pounds in 2 weeks at my doctor's office. So that concerned them along with my blood pressure. My OB came in. She tried to find the fetal heartbeat. Asked if the baby was moving. I told her, I was like, well, I didn't feel it move this much this weekend whenever we were in birth class, but I assumed it's because, you know, we were just sitting down. I wasn't really eating as much as I normally do. We weren't, you know, it was just a chill weekend. And I just assumed as the baby got bigger, the movements would decrease like that. So she tried to listen for the heartbeat and she couldn't find it. She then said, I'm going to grab the ultrasound, the little like portable ultrasound, and find baby that way. And I was like, all right, you know. So she found it, found baby on ultrasound, saw the heartbeat beating, and then we listened to it with the Doppler. So everything looked fine. They also said they wanted to put me on a non-stress test, which is the fetal monitoring, to see what was going on with baby, if baby was going to move or whatnot. So I said, all right, but she's like, we'll do that in a little bit because they had to set it up. She did my group B, she did my group B, checked me, then the nurse came in and did my blood pressure again, and they recorded 138/86 or something like that, which is borderline high, borderline normal. However, for me, for this pregnancy, it's been 110-ish, 116-ish, over in the 70s or something. So it was definitely elevated for me, and that is the one that they recorded. I don't know what the original two were whenever she first took my blood pressure when I went in. So all this time, they're checking the baby on the ultrasound, me with the Doppler, and then I get on my non-stress test, and the baby is not moving. It is on there. We can hear the heart beating, but it is not moving. It's not an active baby. So they kept coming in and checking, and all this time, the nurses and the doctors are talking to me and checking on me, and I can tell that they are concerned, but they're trying not to get me concerned, to worry me. So it was a really weird visit on Monday. Baby ended up getting hiccups, and they said that was good enough for them to show movement. So we went home. I went back in on Wednesday for a blood pressure check, and I went on the monitor again because I still hadn't felt that movement. They seem to think that because the baby is backside towards me, which is great for birthing, it's the best, easiest way for the baby to come out, that it's one of the reasons I'm having trouble feeling it as much as I used to, or as much as I have been. So we will see. They called today to talk about my trip to L&D. Told me everything was fine. So everything is fine. I'm pretty sure Monday she'll probably put me back on the non-stress test to make sure I'm not contracting anymore. We will see how it goes, guys. I am a busy woman. I was talking to my sister, and she's like, I can't believe you have all these things planned. But I'm a busy woman. However, I do have everything turned in for all my classes except for taking the finals. So, baby, just make it to Friday. Make it to next Friday, and it can come whenever it wants. But, yeah. Since last night, I have been feeling the baby move a lot more. A lot more. So, I don't know if it's flipped and its front side is to me again or what. But they think they still think it's backside towards me because it kept going off the monitor at the hospital. It kept turning off just because its back is to it, so it's harder for them to pick up the heart along with it moving. But since last night, now on, baby is active again, and a full-on active baby. So yeah. Sorry it's such a long video. I will give you the belly shot now. 36 weeks pregnant with the baby. The nurse did say she was surprised that I still have my belly button, and I told her it just depends on where the baby is if I still have a belly button or not. Whew. Baby is getting big.